Hey guys, Dr. Rob here. Today I want to welcome you to another one of my whiteboard sessions where we are going to talk about one of the causes that's not really talked about very much of Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease where your immune system attacks your thyroid. And right now we're going to talk about one specific cause that no one really talks about, and it really should be looked for. There's so many people out there that have Hashimoto's disease, and if they were able to just identify the cause to why they had it, they may be able to do something about it. So let's talk about one of these causes here today. And the first one we're going to talk about, or the one we're going to talk about today, is what's called Yersinia. So right here is Yersinia, and Yersinia is a bacteria. And if we look at the surface of this Yersinia, you're going to see these little projections here sticking out. And what those are going to represent is like the protein structure that's in the membrane of that bacteria. So the immune system sees this and it knows this is foreign. The immune system goes, what the heck is that? You're not supposed to be up in my hood. You're not supposed to be here. So this is not okay. So the immune system then attacks that cell. But the immune system has a memory. Okay, it has a memory system. And the immune system goes, okay, when we see this type of structure on the surface of a cell, we know that's bad and we know we want to kill it. Now let's take a look at a thyroid cell for a moment. So come on over here with me. So when we look at the surface of the thyroid cell, you're going to see we have these similar looking structures, these similar looking proteins. This concept is called molecular mimicry, meaning the surface of the thyroid cell looks very similar to the surface of that Yersinia bacteria. So what happens then is the immune system goes, well, wait, the last time we saw that protein on the surface of a cell, it was a bacteria and we had to kill it. So I guess this thyroid cell is not really a thyroid cell. It must be the Yersinia bacteria. So we must then go and kill it. So then what occurs is the immune system, the confused immune system now, goes forward and it actually starts to kill and or attack our thyroid cells. So what this then causes is a very confused immune system. The immune system starts to go, well, we got to attack this bacteria, the Yersinia, and then it goes, well, wait, this thyroid cell kind of looks like the bacteria Yersinia, so it starts to then attack both. So what we do in our clinic is we do a very specialized stool study that looks for the DNA of the Yersinia bacteria. Why are we looking for the DNA of the Yersinia bacteria and not just the bacteria itself? Well, because sometimes when you take a stool sample and mail it out to the lab, that Yersinia bacteria will fall apart in transit, meaning when it's in the vial and it goes across the shores to the lab, it will fall apart so they won't pick it up. Or they won't be able to culture and grow it, so they won't pick it up. So they won't be able to identify it's there, because if the bacteria fell apart, you can't see it under a microscope. But even if the bacteria fell apart, you know what is there? The DNA of the bacteria. It's kind of like a criminal. He doesn't necessarily have to be seen at the scene of the crime. However, if his DNA is all over the scene of the crime, we know that he was at least definitely there. And that is viable and holds up in court. The same thing is true here. In this particular type of DNA stool sampling, we're actually looking at the DNA for the Yersinia bacteria, as well as specific parasites and yeast and fungi, some of which may be connected to Hashimoto's, thyroid problems, weight problems, adrenal fatigue, and other autoimmune diseases. So when we identify the DNA of the organism, now we can understand the likelihood that that organism is there in the body is very, very, very high, especially since this is what's called a quantitative DNA analysis, meaning we're looking for a large quantity of DNA. If we only see a little bit, okay, maybe it's not that big of a deal. But when we see a tremendous amount of Yersinia bacteria in a patient that has Hashimoto's, okay, we know that there's something going on. Now, again, there's other microorganisms that can cause and or be connected to, potentially, theoretically, be connected to Hashimoto's disease and other types of autoimmune diseases in the body. So doing this DNA quantitative type of analysis through stool is a really good thing to do to be able to detect potential underlying causes to autoimmune disease, thyroid problems, hormonal imbalances, and problems with losing weight. So I hope you enjoyed this whiteboard session today. If you did, please hit the share button, hit the like button. And if you'd like some more information about this form of stool testing, holistic healthcare, holistic weight loss, holistic thyroid healing, anything like that, please click on the link below, go to that page and check it out. I think you'll be really happy you did, and I will catch you at the next whiteboard session.